before the Songwriters grew.
Yes.
Some church functions, and we were, y'all know Greg Anderson, y'all know, Greg hosted a songwriters group for longer than I know, actually, 30 years, I guess. And anyway, I met, got to know Adrian there. So Adrian is a prolific poet, and he's going to share with you his music tonight. Adrian, come on up. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Jerry. I come up with songs, there's no one recipe, there's no one way to say it. But for this particular song, this first one I'm doing, I had a reason to use this tune. Most of you, I would say most of you looking around the room, you're familiar with the Beatles. Okay, someone covered my face. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm used to bending over. But anyway, you're familiar with the Beatles, and there's a particular song, When I'm 64. Now, I used this tune previously for my older sister's birthday, and wrote some different lyrics for it. But I thought, well, I can't really write a birthday song for myself, and this has a good idea, but why don't I turn it around and make it back to 64? Back to 64. Now, it just so happened, in 64 I was 15. Paul McCartney wrote this tune when he was 15. How about that? But just to set the record straight, I've thought in recent years that I was actually in my best shape when I was 35. And it would be nice to be 35 again, and tonight I'm 35 again. All right. And so here's the little song that I wrote. Tell me the truth, do I look my age? I've heard it said before. Trying to stay younger as the years go by. Should have listened when they said time would fly. Here now I stand here on this stage, confronted by my age. Oh, to return now, have one more turn now, back to 64. Downtown was the scene, I was the 18, the world outside my door, walking by the shipyard in the afternoon, never realizing what was coming too soon. On down the road to college I go, much more for me to know. Oh, do we turn now, have one more turn now, back to 64. The Beatles had come, confusion to some, but many did adore, changing all the music that we listened to. Bands with names like they came from a zoo. I remember that day, I'm still on my way, there's much yet to explore. To the young ones out there, the best I would share with 2064. In that line that I wrote, about the bands with names that sound like a zoo. After I wrote that, I figured I had to prove that. So, animals. You know, I'm talking about animals in general, starting with the Beatles, the birds, the animals, Buffalo, Springfield, the turtles. I found a whole list of the monkeys, the yardbirds, Steppenwolf, Three Dog Night, Iron Butterfly. Now, I have a list of 200 names, so I'm not going they all know all animals. But two of the strangest names I found for rock groups from the 60s, the Electric Prunes and Cannibal and the Headhunters. I think they were really trying when they did that. Now, this next little song here, and by the way, I kind of inherited, I guess, the tendency to do poetry. My mother won our first TV by writing this little rhyming jingle for Colonial Stores. If you remember Colonial Stores, some of you, it was a grocery chain. But also, well, I wrote this little thing, it's called 15 Days by Priority Mail. And I figured out, would this be a great sing-along, because everybody can remember 15 Days by Priority Mail, and that's repeated many times in this song. So feel free, please, to do that. And well, let me tell you one more thing. I wrote 3 verses, and then I found something out, so I had to write the 4th one. But the 4th one refers to the Pony Express. Now, my great-great-grandmother had a brother who rode in the Overland Express, which was similar. And Pony Express, for young people here, might not be familiar as well. But the way they did mail before they had the railroads out in the West, they would have stations where riders would go, they would ride from one station to another, and then another rider would take over. And sometimes in between they would change horses also to speed things up. And they did this from Missouri out to California until finally the railroad was extended out there. So I had to write the 4th verse, you'll see, but that really makes it complete. So, and the tune is, if you remember the Erie Canal, 15 miles in the Erie Canal, okay. Well, I wanted it there in just a few days, 15 days by priority mail. I looked at all of the alternative ways, 15 days by priority mail. You can sing. They advertised 2 days or 3. That would have been just fine with me. But that's not how it came to be. 15 days by priority mail. My package had one state to go. 15 days by priority mail. It took some time, but why that slow? 15 days by priority mail. I wrapped it up and sealed it tight. Zip+4 addressed it right. It should have been there in 3 nights. 15 days by priority mail. This is a true story, by the way. My advice must be to you. 15 days by priority mail. Find another way that's true. 15 days by priority mail. It isn't guaranteed, you see. In 15 or as good as 3. So find a way that it won't be 15 days by priority mail. Good. In 1860, way back then, 15 days by priority mail. From coast to coast in only 10. 15 days by priority mail. And from Missouri going west, they did it by Pony Express. Now tell me, how have we progressed? 15 days by priority mail. And I actually sent something by priority mail to Washington, D.C. in December of 2005, and it did take 15 days. And so, and this 3rd one here is about songwriting. And lately I've been using tunes that go way back, of course. America, the Beautiful, goes back to grade school. So, and this is about, I call it the Songwriters. There was a time when I first learned to sing a song so true that songs to me seemed magical. How did they come to you? To know a song and sing a song to me was such a thrill. And now that I can write a song, I hope I always will. Somewhere out there, some people drill you. Never learn to sing, no matter just how rich they are. They don't have anything. Let's stand up proud and sing out loud. They can't take that away. Put thoughts and feelings in our songs and sing them out today. We songwriters, another breed, we're never satisfied to just sing songs that others write. They must come from inside. We songwriters must sing our songs anew, express ourselves in every verse and chorus that we do. Okay?
Thank you. Next we have a young